Alrighty guys, Isaac here bringing us another Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Regeneration. Last time I did this it was with minions, and due to your guys' feedback I am going to be providing commentary, basically like giving you my inside thoughts and stuff like that. So as of right now, I'm kind of just peeping like the surrounding area, what fight I want to go into first and stuff like that. This is definitely going to be the fight that I want to do, right? I want to just start out the gates with the hardest difficulty. And this is the team I'm going to be using. If you guys want to pause and go ahead and copy my team, go ahead and do so now. Make sure you guys are putting equips on there. There's designated equips. I don't necessarily think I have to go too in depth on the equips and stuff like that. They're pretty much lined them up for you already as is. But you can see right here, one of the things that I do like to do is do the layout bonuses. The shining blocks are the blocks that you want to be on. And so now I'm going to be choosing my attack order. Bootanks, he gets that blue card on that very first turn. So I'm going to go ahead and make use of that and attack the purple, or attack the red unit, and then I immediately go for the green unit. That way the green unit cannot do too much damage to my Super Baby 2 and my Bootanks, right? Super Baby 2, I'm not too worried about him taking too much damage, but when Bootanks gets hit, he actually takes a lot. And also too, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see the fights in here. I like looking at the fights throughout my playthroughs and stuff like that, simply because I learn new stuff, right? Or I develop new strategies for my team. I get a little bit more comfortable with them. I can accurately predict like the fights better when I'm watching them, especially like looking at the key restore speed, the lineup and stuff like that. But if you guys don't want to see them, it probably would save a chunk of time and stuff like that. So it's up to you guys. I wanted to make this as easy as I can for you guys. So once again, I'm going to be changing my layout, so the team formation, adjusting it yet again, right? And then so I'm going to go ahead and just I bring in my two yellows right here. I have DKP up there. I end up bringing Fat Boot over to the bench, right? And the reason for me bringing Fat Boot over to the bench is because there was two purple units on the field right here, right? The Kid Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm going to go ahead and start off by taking out Tapion, I think. I don't know if I readjust right here, but typically I want to take out a red unit first, right? Especially if I'm bringing in Bootanks. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do it like this, and then obviously I have the two yellow Piccolos that are going to follow suit right after the Bootanks. So this is why key restore speed, knowing your attack lineup, matters, because I know Bootanks is going to attack first and then my yellow Piccolos are going to come afterwards. So I attack the red first, which you're going to see right here. Hopefully it just kills Tapion. I don't remember. Yeah, so one shots Tapion, and then I go for the purple units, right? I think the general rule of thumb, how you know you're going to be okay in a fight, is if you can take out two characters on that first turn, you're more than likely going to be a-okay right there, right? At the overall. So once again, this fight's going to go by pretty easily. Regeneration is so strong. I just want to go ahead and say that this is probably the easiest team that I've used. Throughout this entire run, I've never felt as in a good position than with this team right here. Throughout the entire thing, I felt like I had a good amount of health, I had a good damage, I had good tanking, just an extremely all around like jack of all trades team right here through Regeneration. This is a little bit this is more of the easier fights. It's only a 3/5 stage. You don't have to take these too seriously. I do bring Bootanks back out because there is a red unit and I want him to heal a little bit, right? Because like I said, he does take a lot of damage throughout using him and stuff like that. Another thing I want to point out is make sure you guys are getting your friendship ranks up. I don't have everyone fully like friendship ranked up, but Bootanks is at friendship level 10. That way he can have a little bit better stats only in TOP, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and target this Kid Goku first, right? Because I'm gonna have that Bootanks effect. And typically I target the Super 17 last, right? Just because of the fact that he can eat blast based attacks. Later on, I end up changing the strategy, and I kind of like, I time it to go ahead and line it up with the LF Piccolo super attack. But for now, I'm still kind of getting a feel for this team, and we're still doing absolutely phenomenal, right? But you see right here, Rosie's down, and now it's just up to this guy right here. And here, we actually get the LF right here. And so this is where I realized, I was like, wait, I can just probably time that on the third turn every single time. I don't really have to target him last as long as I get the blue card off. Again, this is a really easy fight right here. There's a mixture of Ginyu Force and androids, and so I'm going to go ahead and just start swapping out. I think that's very important as well. I think a lot of newer players to this game mode fail to realize is that you should always be constantly swapping your backup units and stuff like that to make for the perfect setup, especially getting all your layout bonuses. Not necessarily all of them, only if they're worth it. You can see right here, I left one block out there because I truly just didn't want to break my formation. I thought the other layouts were just better, and so that's why you see me just go for this. Now, this is interesting, right? Because this is where I'm starting to choose who I want to attack, but I forgot about the blue Android 13's kit. So you actually see me back out right here, and I go through my character list and I actually check his TOP kit because I'm like, wait a minute, I feel like this guy has like last man standing buffs. So I go and I filter out through the units, I find him right here, I'll pull up his TOP, and sure enough, he does have last man standing buffs. Every single time an android ally dies, he heals and gets a 15% damage bonus. So I end up attacking him first, then I go for the green, then I go for the purples, yellows, and so forth. And once again, things go pretty smoothly here, right? I think that's, you have to take out the bigger threats, right? Like especially if there's someone that has like blue cards in their kits, that they generate blue cards, like you want to take those guys out first. Personally, that's how I feel. I think pretty much everyone has that general like rule of thumb though, right? With this regeneration team, I think it's really good too, just because of the fact that I feel like it's very free-to-play friendly. I have 3 technically free-to-play Zenkais on this team, right? Fat Boo, I would consider him very free-to-play friendly. Janemba, I would also consider him very free-to-play friendly. And then the Legends Road Piccolo, he's completely free-to-play. So once again, we are going to be doing this fight. This is the fight we already did. This is the first fight we did. So I bring up the same formation, bringing Baby and the Boo tanks. I put him on the extra health restoration just in case he takes some damage. And I think I pretty much just set it up again. So 2 blues, and I bring 2 purples. Attack the red unit first, and then I go for Goku Black. That way he can't do damage to my greens. And then I go for this, for the Super Saiyan 3, the yellow Gohan, and then for the blues. I like to save the blues for last because I find it's that the blues don't do that much damage, and sometimes they target my Fat Boo, which is absolutely amazing for me, right? Unfortunately, we're not able to secure that kill on Goku Black on the first turn, but he's pretty low, so I'm not too upset about it. And this guy goes down pretty easily. Future Gohan definitely is someone a little bit of an annoyance, but we are able to kill him here with the ultimate from Piccolo, or for the blue card with Piccolo. And all that's left are these blue units right here, right? Once again, very simple. This team really just knocks it out of the park overall. And I'm scouting for missions. This is one of my favorite fights to do. It's that Kid Gohan one. And I always tell you guys too, make sure you guys kill the Kid Gohan one, or Kid Gohan first. Right? You don't even really need a red unit for this. And you can see right here, I don't bring a red unit. I just put them on the bench, and I want these guys to kind of just take the spotlight. I want some purple units on there. So I target Gohan first, of course, and then I go after Beerus. Beerus is a little bit annoying because he can hit you with the cannot inflict attack with his green card. And I hate units that do that because it can cuck you sometimes. It doesn't have a specific unit that it does it to. I think it's like at random. I'm not too sure. I would have to do some more research onto that, but you're going to see it right here in this turn 2. Yep, so he inflicts my purple unit with can attack, right? It's definitely not what I want. But once again, very easy overall. I usually target Shallot last on these because it's base form Shallot. He doesn't transform into God where he gets his blue card or anything like that. I hope they never do that, by the way, where he transforms into God and gets his blue card. For now, he's like in base form. He's not really any threat at all. Here, I just basically scout all the tiles and stuff like that. I end up going for this one right here and start filling in my layout bonus and choose my characters accordingly, right? Because there's 2 yellows, so I want to bring a red, and then there was 2 purple units as well, so I want to bring 2 yellows. I want to bring in Boo tanks because I can snipe out that red Kid Goku right there, and that's exactly what I do. I think we also did this fight already too, so I'm kind of just choosing now. Kind of thinking about my next move. So I want to go for Kid Goku first, then Cocoonza, because I have those 2 yellows, right? That's how my attack order is, and you're going to get used to that. I always know that I can snipe a red unit, and then I have 2 yellows. So we'll just watch right here. So snipe the red unit, and then I'm able to go ahead and take out this purple unit in turn 1. Like I said, taking out 2 units in that first turn is something that you definitely want to strive for. After that, everything becomes a lot easier. You're going to notice you're not going to be taking too much damage, and then obviously these late game blue cards definitely help out a lot. So all that's left is this guy right here, right? I waste a blue card on him with a Janemba, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world at all. So pretty much my only option is this one. This one I get a little bit intimidated by. I'm not gonna lie. That's why you see me stare at it for a while. I go, and there's only 2 layout bonus spaces, so I end up hopping them down, I believe, into that. Do I? Okay, yes, I do. Thank God. Because sometimes I do mess up, right? I'm not perfect. You're gonna see some mistakes that I make in here, and you guys can just learn from them and just be better than me, right? I think that's a good learning curve right there. But this stage is annoying because Goten gets a super attack on turn 2. And then Kaioken Goku gets a super attack on turn 3, so that's why you see me prioritize it first. Another annoying thing about this, though, is the fact that Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, he uses his green card and also inflicts you with can't attack. Right, so he does it right there to my Janemba. They always do to my Janemba. But you see, I try to target that Goten first, get him out of the way, and then I target the Kaioken Goku as well. We got 2 kills, 2 the most important kills in the very first turn. So immediately right off the bat, I'm happy with that. This Nappa actually surprised me. He was pretty tanky. It took, I focused him for an entire turn and he didn't go down, right? That's actually pretty good. Okay, and so we go into the final turn. Not terrible, right? I think it could have been optimized a little bit more, but we still are completely healthy. And, you know, you see me looking ahead on these tiles is because I'm looking for the 5th win bonus. For every 5th win, you get a massive bonus, and so you always want to go for the most difficult stage on your 5th win. So you can see that I want to go for that 5th stage on my 5th win. This is, you can see my win streak right here too in the bottom right sometimes. I think this is the 8th win or the 9th win, one of those two. Right here. For this matchup specifically, you have to target the Bojacks first. If you see Bojack, that's your target. The red one first, and then the purple one. The red one will hit you with the blue card on 2nd turn, the beginning, and then the purple one hits you with the blue card, the 2nd turn at the end. And you can see, right, look at how tanky they are. It took, look at the entire first turn, I hit him with the blue card, and he's still alive. And I actually was kind of scared. I was like, dude, is he going to hit me with the blue card? But thankfully, we have the higher key restore speed. Can get rid of this guy, and now we're kind of chilling right here. Bootang's taking a lot more damage than I would like him to, but it's okay because we can follow up right here, get that green unit out of the way. That way he doesn't hit my Bootangs or my Super Baby too. And pretty much just, this was still kind of like a failed run because I didn't get the full kill. So I lost points because of that. I didn't get the full kill right there. I missed 1 unit. And so now this one, you see me actually swap all my characters from Blast to Strike, right? Because that yellow full power Frieza, if you hit him with the Blast card, he actually gains a blue card. Right, so you can see I strategize right here as well. I know there's 2 yellows, so I'm going to bring it in a red. I like to bring in my yellows as well. There's 2 blues, so I have to bring in a green. You have to color counter a little bit here, right? And so the main priority of this one, essentially, is that you want to take out the Kaioken Goku, and then you want to take out the Frieza, right? Because both of those units can get the blue card. Obviously, I'm stopping the full power Frieza from getting his blue card, but the Kaioken Goku, you can't really do that. So I have to prioritize him right here. So you could have went a different route about this. I think Kaioken Goku is definitely someone you want to get out of the way as soon as possible, though. You could have saved full power Frieza, though. But I think it's just because I had that blue card ready with the red Kid Buu that I wanted to just go ahead and just do as much damage as I possibly could to him, right? So we get him out of the way right here. And then the rest of it's a pretty easy fight, right? This wasn't like one of those beefy teams and stuff like that. So once again, everyone kind of just topples pretty easily. And then that's going to be that fight right there. And I think this is going to, so that was my 9th win right there. Now we're moving on to the 10th. You see how I prioritize that 5th stage. And so I start moving my people around, and I start switching the strategy back because you want to optimize them, right? You want them to do the best damage that they possibly can. So I start switching these units back to Blast. Switching them back, yeah. So you see, I pretty much switch almost everyone back to Blast. And now for this one, Bojack, right? what did I tell you guys? Bojack is going to be a threat, but he supers at the end of turn 2, and I'm bringing Bootangs onto the field. So I was like, I can snipe a red unit, and then I can go for the purple red. That's generally my strat right here. Snipe the red, and then go for the purple because I know I have 2 yellows on my side. So he gets done in. And then, boom, Bojack is done too. All in the first turn. That's absolutely beautiful for me. And then, once again, everything kind of just goes perfectly here as well. Right? We get the blue card here. We're going to just secure the kill. Young Nappa is dead. And then this Gohan, he's a little tanky, but he's not doing like an absurd amount of damage. So there's our 10th win. You're going to see a good chunk of points right there. Now this one, I still want to go for the highest stages, but this one's hard too because once again you have those 2 units that are very annoying. You have the Goten who gets the super attack on turn 2. You have the Kaioken Goku who gets a super attack on turn 3, and so I have to prioritize those guys first no matter what kind of lineup I'm using right here. I attack Goten first, and then I go for Kaioken Goku, and then I like to target the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right here specifically for my setup. Because that purple Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has a buff against regeneration. Obviously, I'm running regeneration. That's an issue for me. Right, so let's go ahead and see how this plays out. We're going to go ahead and target Goten first. I just want to kill him by first turn. And we do exactly that. And now we focus on Kaioken Goku. So a little bit sloppy there. I'm not going to lie. We weren't able to get 2 kills in that first turn, and we weren't able to get 2 kills in the second turn either, and we kind of like waste a blue card right here. Look at how low he was. I was kind of hurt about that. And then obviously the revival as well. But honestly, still I'm kind of happy with this outcome. As long as I can kill all the units as well, I think that's very important. I was able to go ahead and get the rush off, so I went ahead and just canceled that animation. That way you guys don't have to sit through a rising rush. And now once again, I'm looking ahead for the best stages potentially, so I can kind of carve out my path a little bit. And then we go against this fight again, the Kid Gohan stage. But same strat. You go into repeats of these stages, and you can just keep repeating like the same strategy that you were using on the prior ones, right? And like regardless of layout bonus. So now we attack Gohan first, right? Because what I tell you, Gohan, he is definitely an issue if you start killing everyone besides Gohan. This Shallot didn't stay in base form. He actually turned Super Saiyan. Or is that Super Saiyan 2? I'm not too sure. But either way, I think he's still not really hitting hard at all. So I'm more than fine with this. We get that blue card damage off. Whis is going to go down pretty easily. We are getting that blue card generation. And so there goes Piccolo. And then look at that. Easy peasy. And that was a 5-hit stage. So that's really good points for us right there. And so I'm looking at these stages now, and I'm like, I want to go to the right. So I start making my way towards the right. I choose this there's a lot of EX units on here. I saw the red units, so I'm going to bring Boo back in here, and I put him on the sustained damage cut space. I don't know if you guys caught that, but we're going to go ahead and snipe this guy because he puts debuffs on. And then we're going to go for the purple units once again, right? Because like the purple units, man, it's very important to go after them. That's my strategy. Your team is going to vary. Like you might have it a little bit different, but actually I go for the green unit here, right? Because I'm running 2 blues, so it's optimal for me to actually just take out that green in that case and scenario, right? Alright, so once again, everything's kind of chilling right here. LF Piccolo really, Bootanks and LF Piccolo, they work so damn well together. I think they're almost needed, right? And it sucks to say, but I feel like you have to have the Piccolo Zenkai for sure. I have him at Zenkai 6. I don't have him at Zenkai 7, but Zenkai 6 does do the trick. Fat Boo, it's a little bit different. I feel like there's a lot more wiggle room for Fat Boo because I only have him at Zenkai 5. And at the end of this video, I actually show you guys, he's at Zenkai 5, but only the first Zenkai panel is actually unlocked. I didn't do it past that. Janemba is fully soul boosted and stuff like that, but regardless, we're moving on to the 15th stage right here. And so you can see I bring in red units and I bring in purple units. I bring in the Kid Buu, and then I bring in 1 Janemba right here, and I'm confident in my team overall. Again, these are EX units, so you have a little bit more leeway right here. But you can tell I wanted to ease on the blue units. I don't bring in the Bootanks, and I don't bring in 2 purples, right? Because I could have brought 2 purples to counter the 2 greens, but DKP probably would have took a lot of damage right there. Whereas Janemba, he has a little bit of damage mitigation since he counters blast cards. So once 2.8 million points off of that. I'm telling you, that 5 win streak bonus. This is the only option I really have right here. It's only a 3/5 stage, but I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead and opt in for Boo again, right? The Bootanks, because I saw 2 red units. I actually go and check this instant transmission Goku's kit because I wasn't sure if I would target him first and he would just instant transmission out of it, but I actually go ahead and look it up once again. Don't be afraid to do this. If you don't know a unit's kit and you think that they're going to be scary, definitely go ahead and just look it up real quick. But he only does that instant transmission off of strike card, but he has his blue Gohan. I think that's the issue here. You see me target the blue Gohan first because that blue Gohan is annoying in a way where he takes aggro for that entire first turn, no matter what you do. So I was just like, you have to basically just target him first no matter what, because it's going to suck if you target him, you don't kill him on that first turn, and then you start focusing someone else, right? You want to just get him down as soon as possible, so you might as well just target him. Same thing with Topo. Topo does the same thing. He takes all aggro for that very first turn. So these guys, honestly, this stage can be difficult if it's at a higher like fist level, right? But this was only a 3 fist. We still did all right, but they were able to get some hits on me and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and see what the 17th stage is going to be. I start carving my path out. All right. We're going to be doing this stage. This stage was a little bit iffy for me too. I know I need a green unit on here. I like bringing the double yellows a lot. I have the double purples too. So double yellow, double purple, a green, and a blue. That's what I'm going to go ahead and rock with right here. And it perfectly fits all of the boost panel, right? Or the layout bonus. So let's go ahead and see what kind of order I choose. Goten first, and then Kaioken Goku. What am I telling you guys? And then I do think I go for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, because like I said, he has that buff against regeneration. And then the others I kind of don't care. I should have probably targeted the adult Gohan over the Trunks though, because I think the adult Gohan does have a higher ki restore speed. Right, but that's something that's super nitpicky, right? It's not necessarily makes or breaks your entire run or anything like that, but it's just something that to keep a note or keep in mind for like next time or something like that, right? So we get the super attacking units out of the way immediately, which is amazing. We get all these units out of the way, and once again we're kind of just easy sailing right there, right? And so now we move on to the 18th battle, right? And then this one, so there's boo tanks right there. I always tell you guys to avoid boo tanks, but like I said, I'm trying to get as much points as possible, and I have 2 ki restore speed spaces right here, increased ki restore speed, so I'm confident that I can attack twice before his boo tanks can attack once. So I'm gonna snipe him. I'm gonna try to hit him with the blue card with boo tanks first, and then hopefully baby can finish it off, and then the rest of the units aren't really too concerning to me. But just in case I don't bring in the Kid Buu at all, right? Because I'm a little bit scared. So it doesn't kill right there, right? But baby is able to finish it off, and then now it's kind of just easy going, right? As long as I'm not getting hit with that blue card, I'm okay, man. I'm confident that my team can just go ahead and follow up as long as I get that blue card option just completely out of the way. So you see, I get the blue card off right here into the purple units. I start taking down this adult Gohan, and all that's left is Majin Vegeta. Not bad at all. I was a little bit more scared of that stage than I should have been. And now we're going to on to stage 19. And then here's that stage again. Look at how many times have we seen the stage already? So once again, we're going to bring in the boo tanks. We're going to bring in the purple units. And we're going to target the red unit first and then the green. Right? And then we go for Gohan, the Super Saiyan 3, and then we save the blues for last. It's pretty nice when you run into stages like this, because it's pretty easy overall. Once again, we are not able to secure the kill on that Goku. I can never kill that Goku Black in the first turn, but I always like to try. So we end up getting him down right here, and then we go after this future Gohan. Right? He's gonna die he's gonna die right here. I wanted to try to kill him earlier so I could get that blue card on the purple, but it's okay. The purple Super Saiyan 3, he goes down kind of easily as well. And then, as always, the blue units. I don't know what it is about those Vegeta Blue and the Nameku, but they don't do a lot of damage. Again, here's another stage that we've already seen. So I kind of just keep doing the same thing, but you can see I'm changing the pattern, right? Because the layout bonus is different every time. So I'm kind of just adhering to that. So there's health restoration ones, there's blast damage up, there's upgrade special move, there's charge rates, there's a whole lot of them that you have to really look into. And so I'm just checking my formation once again. I'm gonna attack the Kid Goku first, and then I go for the purple, and then I go for the yellow, and then this is where I start changing up my timing. Then my 4th unit that I aggro is going to be that Super 17, because I'm gonna try to time it with the LF Piccolo blue card, right? So I snipe this guy, then Cocoons is gonna die in this first turn. Things are already looking pretty good for me, right? And we get some damage on that Gohan right there. Alright, and then it's going to be 3rd turn now. 3rd turn, and we already got some damage on Super 17, so I know I'm going to be able to kill him right here. That's pretty big for me. And then all that's left is this Krillin. And then, of course, my yellow units are just going to easily take him out. So I think that's the better way to deal with it. 3.8 million points, by the way. That was a 20th win. And so just 5 stages left, 31 million points. We're doing pretty good here. So let's see. I think I go to the far right stage. Yeah, I think I just stay on the far right here. Again, look at this dude. I don't know if this season was actually built easier, because there was a lot of duplicate stages, so I used the same formation, do the same exact thing, and this might look a little repetitive and stuff like that. I know you're probably asking yourself, like, then why are you still watching the fights? I don't know. I like watching the fights. I don't know what it is, but once again, you use the same formula, and things shouldn't change, right? The only thing that's changing is the layout bonus. So 3rd turn comes once again. Take out Super 17 with the blue card from LF Piccolo. Rosie's dead, and all that's left is that Krillin. Easy peasy. And we're getting a good amount of points for this because we're not taking a lot of damage as well. This stage got me good. I was scared of this stage right here too, because not only did it have the Goten on there, but it had Kaioken Goku and the blue Gohan. I hate when the blue Gohan is paired with that Goten, so I was like, I have to bring in the extra damage. I have to get this guaranteed blue card. I have to get rid of this blue Gohan as fast as possible so I don't get supered. And I was like, screw it. If I get supered, I get supered. But things actually worked out pretty well for me here. So I target that blue Gohan because I have to, right? You have to target that blue Gohan. And we do some really good damage to him, and I'm like, please let me kill Goten. And we just barely don't kill him, but thanks to Piccolo transforming, we do get that extra key restore speed, and we're able to go ahead and finish him off and get the Kaioken Goku. And then I think that's pretty nicely. We had managed to avoid an entire super attack from all of that, even though it was completely like the odds were against us. I will say that, but we were still able to go ahead and make it out alive. We're okay here. Alright, and then I keep going up this path. This is another really easy fight right here. There's a lot of extremes. I bring in both the yellows, right? I switch, I switch out Boo Tanks because I see no reds in sight. I think that's very important. If I don't see any reds in sight, for the most part, I'm like, I'll let Boo Tanks ride bench, especially if there's a green unit on there. And so I switch on my attack pattern. I go for the purple unit first because the yellow Piccolos have relatively high key restore speed. Fat Boo kind of attacks towards the end, so that's why I went after the blue unit after that, right? And this one was a little bit more sloppy, I'm not even gonna lie, but it was still fine. Like, we still did decent there. We weren't able to go ahead and kill 2 units in the first turn or anything like that, but we still did some good damage. Getting that blue 21 out of the way so it can stop some heals and some support is always very good. And then she's gonna die right here, this purple 21. And I'm pretty sure we're able to full kill everyone. I think we actually have to rely on a rush on this one right here though. Yeah, so that's why you see me quit out. That way you guys don't have to just sit through the Rising Rush animation. And then we go to this 5-fist stage right here. So Bojack, right? That stupid Bojack, man. He is so tanky. I don't know why he's built like so tanky, but I can't one shot him. He always survives that first turn. So I'm gonna target him, of course, first, and then I target the purple one, right? That's always the strategy for that. And then you kind of just follow suit with whoever else you want to attack. You still want to kind of line it up and stuff like that, because still in my head I'm like, all right, then my green unit's gonna attack next, and then it's gonna reset, and then I'll have my yellow units. So you kind of want to just play it out in your head, or at least that's how I do it, right? So we're actually able to kill Bojack on that first turn. It took like the entire turn though, right? But that's still fine with me. We're still going to be able to get rid of this guy as well before they even think about hitting a super. And you know, we're actually, Bojack is taking a lot of damage right there though. He's already below half HP and stuff like that. And you know, this yellow Broly right here actually surprised me. He was pretty tanky throughout all of that right there. I think he would actually make a pretty solid unit. So now we're moving on to the final battle. Obviously it has to be a 5-fist stage so I can maximize my points yet again. And so I'm kind of just checking. So he has 2 blues. Once again, we have Topo right here. So I know that I'm gonna have to focus down Topo. You know, it sucks. That's just how it is. I want to take the least amount of damage as possible, so I do let Boo Tanks ride the bench, right? Because I have a feeling, I just had that feeling that he was gonna die. So this is what I run right here. I go for Topo first because once again I have to. He takes all the aggro on the first turn regardless. If you don't target him first, I think it kind of screws you over. And then I go for the Bojack, right? Because I do have the Kid Buu. And you know, we just kind of like go from there. We kind of just layer it all out right here. Alright, so you're gonna see right here, everyone's going to be attacking Topo. Yep, so Topo is now dead on first turn, which is actually pretty nice. And we basically almost killed that Bojack thanks to Kid Buu having his blue card at the end. And I kind of timed that a little bit, right? I kind of figured Kid Buu is going to attack at the end. Hopefully he gets his blue card off on that yellow right there. And then kind of just, once again, easy sailings right here. Let's go. We did it. We did it. That's it. 5 million points, man. 5 million points. That's damn good. And then I think we go ahead and we're going to go ahead and check where we end off right here. But that was the whole thing. 44 million points. And that's a really good gauge. So this was the entire path that I took right here. Kind of just stayed towards the right, right? And then immediately I'm like looking at the points and stuff like that, comparing my points to everyone else. 46 million compared to 44 million. I'm more than happy with that. And I'm right here at 485 in the top 1,000 still, right? And look at, there's a bunch of other people. All my brothers, dude, look at them. All my brothers and sisters right here rocking regeneration as well. So this was 100% a success right here. I'm more than happy with this run. I think this is possibly the best team, and you don't have to just pick from the top 100, right? Because if you look at the top 100, literally there's no regeneration there. It's like all movies, LOE, Sun Family. You got, what else you got? I'm not too sure, but look at, oh, androids. You got androids right here, right? There's not really any, like, movies. There's not really any regeneration up here in the top 100 at the very least, right? And so you can still, oh dude, there's minions right there. Yeah, dude, minions popping off still too. But regeneration, I think, was the easiest team for me to run that I've ever ran for this right here, right? And so for the last thing I wanted to show you guys is that my Fat Boo isn't soul boosted. I wasn't lying to you guys. He wasn't fully Zenkai soul boosted. I mean his standard soul boosts are boosted, but his Zenkai panels are not, right? So we can go ahead and actually look at him right here. And see, it's just that first panel. It looks so scuffed, dude. It's just that first panel. Well, that being said, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you have any more feedback for these kinds of videos, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!